fellow YouTubers. This is Corazon16 and one of my new web videos. Today's segment is called How to Be Safe on Halloween. But before I say that, I'm going to update you a little on what's going on around your neighborhood and in my life. Well, today at school, my friend gave me this newspaper, and it's called Next, and it's a newspaper that you can find pretty much anywhere, I believe. Somewhere around where I live, but I can't share that much personal information, so, well, this is called Next. It's a magazine specifically for kids and teens, and today's, well, one of the past articles is called Through Illness, Girls Share Strong Bond of Friendship. Now, these two little girls are a 4th and 5th grader, and they share the same disease called Crohn's disease. It's a disease of the stomach that when you eat or play or drink or do anything pretty much that normal kids can do, that it hurts your stomach and it's not good, obviously. But sadly, there is no cure for this Crohn's disease, just like there's no cure for cancer yet. So hopefully they'll find a cure for both of those. And those two girls can get better, and they'll probably be friends for life just because they're going to the same school and they have the same disease and they know what's going on in each other's lives, so they're probably good friends because they can tell each other things that they can't explain to other kids their age. So, also today I am currently trying to make a birdhouse. See, oh my god, I hate this camera. This nail here, I got the brilliant idea sometime a few days ago that I should build a birdhouse and then sell it. But it's not going so well. This wood is made by the Amish, so it's really good, and it's supposed to be used for like siding on houses and doors and floors and things that rhyme like that. But I tried putting a nail through it, and it's a long enough nail, but sadly didn't go through to the back. Not at all. See, I'm not a handyman or a woman, so not very good at building things. So, yeah. And I'm currently drinking root beer. Root beer is one of my favorite sodas or pops or soda pops, however you people like to call it. And on to my segment. I mess up today a lot for some reason. Well, the first thing I want to say is when carving your pumpkin, you always want to make sure you have a pumpkin with a stem. See, the stem helps you hold it and carry it, and it's easier to pull off when you cut off the top and like pull it off, because I had a pumpkin this year that didn't have the stem, and it took me about half an hour to an hour just to get the top off and then scoop out the innards, and it wasn't fun like it usually is when you have a pumpkin with the stem. So I carved my pumpkin. It took me forever, but it looked good, and I think I carved it a little early because now it is pretty much melted and rotted all over my front porch, along with its friend, the other pumpkin. So now I have 2 more pumpkins, and I'm ready for Halloween. I haven't carved them yet, luckily. So you always want to make sure you have a pumpkin with a stem. And you always want to make sure your pumpkin isn't too small, unless you're planning on making a bunch of them, or isn't too big, so it doesn't take you forever to carve it, and it's not too thick that your knife can't go through it, and you won't take like 3 hours scooping out the seeds in that, and the guts, and whatever you prefer to call them. I prefer to call them the guts because it just sounds more Halloweenish. And pretty much. So another thing you can do on Halloween, but make sure you're really safe, is to, sorry, my hair is all weird. It's a little bit of information I shouldn't have given out. But you can go to a place like Fright World or the Haunted Catacombs or some haunted house somewhere in your area, even though I'm not sure where you fellow YouTubers or people that like to look up random videos on YouTube live, so I'm not really sure. So go to one of those places. Always make sure you have a group of friends so that nobody tries to like kidnap you or anything. Or you have somebody to grab onto when you're really, really scared. And make sure you don't scream too much because then people worry in that. So another thing is to go out trick-or-treating. And when you go out trick-or-treating, you should always have a group of friends, kind of like going to Fright World or something like that. And make sure you always have like a big friend that looks intimidating around, because if you go up to some random person's house and they think, well, hey, there's a pretty little boy or girl, I might want to kidnap it, have it as a pet or something. And they'll be sure to like not do that if you have a big friend around. Like my friend, when I go trick-or-treating at her house, she always brings me, obviously, because I'm tall and fun, as I like to say, and I'm also awesome. I put the me in awesome, and that's my favorite catchphrase. Jeez, I'm rambling. And always bring a big friend so that the people get intimidating and don't try to steal you as a pet or something. I mean, I wouldn't want that for anybody. Even if you're like old and lonely and cat person or something. So, or if you don't have any friends, like if you don't, I'm your friend, just so you know. And you could always bring like a pet around, like a big dog or a really scary little dog or something along those lines. And bring one of them around, dress them up, make them really, really cute. I mean, it's kind of evil to do that to animals, but it's really cute if you look at them. And have fun. Be safe. And one more thing about pumpkins. You always want to make sure you have a hole in the bottom as well as the top, because then you don't have to reach in and put the candle in and try to light it and then burn yourself. The Lord knows how many times I've done that before. So make sure you have a hole in the bottom of your pumpkin so you can just light the candle, or have your parents light it if you're under 11, because you don't want to burn anything, or like fingers or hair or your house or something along those lines. And have a parent do it, or be safe, do it yourself, and just put it on a table and then set the pumpkin on top of it, or the jack-o'-lantern on top of it. And it's way easier than trying to burn yourself and going through all that trouble. So always have them do that. Don't burn yourself or anything. And just my word of advice, be safe on Halloween. And sadly this year Halloween is on a Monday. So don't stay out too long. Just go trick-or-treating, have a bonfire with your friends, go to a haunted house or something if it's not too cold out, and just have fun, be safe, and peace out to the Amish and to all of my fans. Please subscribe, and next week I'm starting a new segment called Challenge Me. So I would like to hear all of your challenges for new YouTube ideas, and make sure they're possible and not too overrated like normal is. And I would like to see your interesting and creative comments below. So peace out, be safe on Halloween, bye.